What is up, YouTube family? Today we have a very special video. My wife and I are going to go over how we make this wonderful lotion that we've been making for a few years now. Some of the benefits of being able to make this lotion is that we save money over time, but beyond that, everything we're putting on our skin is really high quality ingredients, really medicinal ingredients that's getting right into the skin, right into the lymph, right into the cells. And it feels really good to be able to use this lotion. I've never bought any lotion from the store that feels as good as this homemade lotion. So I think you guys are definitely going to find this video super helpful because the skin is the largest organ in the body. So when you take care of your skin, it's more than just like for beauty or for comfort of having your skin moisturized. It's actually those things that we're putting into our skin are medicinal and are being used on a cellular level, especially because it's mostly fat. So those lipids are going to be able to be absorbed, and we're going to be able to get the medicine from this lotion that we are using over our whole body. So without any further ado, my beautiful wife is going to guide us through this process.
I can show. So first, I use avocado oil as a base. This one is just from Costco. We used to use coconut oil, but I found that it was like super drying for my skin. It's moisturizing at first, and then after it's on, it feels like it's kind of like pulling, so I didn't like that. And if you didn't notice, I'm also pregnant, so I need a lot of extra moisture because my skin is stretching.
And we just found out yesterday that it's a baby girl.
It's a girl, second girl. 2 princesses and 1 queen in the fam.
Yeah, so my son Silas and my daughter Phoenix. My son Silas is 6 years old. My daughter Phoenix is going to be 2 years old pretty soon. And we have another one coming up
in September. And then this, I just switched over from shea butter to kokum butter. I found that my friends were bringing me this really high quality shea butter from Ghana, and I really liked it, but any shea butter that I buy was like a little bit dry and brittle, and it kind of made my skin itchy, except for the one that they gave me, but they're not able to go back there all the time for my lotion needs. So I switched to this kokum butter. It's a little bit more moisturizing. And then cocoa butter, it adds some nice moisture and full body to the lotion. And then beeswax, organic beeswax. If you don't like the yellow color, you can buy white, but it helps to make the lotion thicker and more creamy, like a body butter instead of like a liquidy lotion. And then we use castor oil. This is really good for your skin. It's anti-inflammatory. Plus, the actual plant name of castor oil is Christ's palm or Palma de Christi, so it has a lot of healing properties on a lot of levels, not just physical.
It moves the lymphatic system too, so it's definitely good for like an ongoing detox protocol.
Yep.
Especially since you're slathering it. And I like to massage this lotion on my skin after I get into the shower. So I feel like the act of like just rubbing it in and massaging.
Yeah, it's moving your lymph, just rubbing it in also. And then my special ingredient, this is sea buckthorn oil. This has a lot of vitamin C, really, really good for healing the skin, good for burns, good for healing any scars or I guess spots you might have on your skin. We also consume this by mouth. You can consume the oil, or we actually get the fresh berries and make a little drink out of it.
Yeah, and I think it's also rich in some of the omega fatty acids too. So
yeah, it is actually.
Some added benefits.
Omega-6, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so first thing you do is...
Oh, wait, and then we're going to do let's just show the essential oil.
Oh, we recently got this new company. We were buying Young Living, which is really nice, but we found a new company that also has third-party testing called Revive, and it's about 1/3 or even half the cost of Young Living, and they're just very high quality. They show you the test on the website, but this time I'm going to use frankincense and lavender, both really healing for the skin. on a lot of different levels, and plus they smell nice, not too strong.
Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, a lot of the essential oils have been found to have contaminants in them, and they aren't fully what they say they are. So they'll have like fillers and different things in them because it does take a lot of plant material to make those oils. So some of the cheaper ones are shown not to be very pure, and then you have some of the overly expensive ones. So here we found a brand that it's not as expensive as Young Living, but at the same time it does have that third-party testing. So that brand Revive, I really like the frankincense. It's been helping me a lot.
Okay, so now first thing you do is put in the bulk avocado oil. I put the heat on pretty low. Oops. So I put about, I'm not sure, I don't really measure it, but we're gonna make 2 pretty big jars, so I would say this is probably about 2 cups or so of avocado oil. And then just for time, I've already cut up the kokum butter and the cocoa butter. Do you want to
Okay,
show
so
them
that's
the
those
amount?
right there.
So that's the amount per like 2 cups or so of avocado oil. And then this is the amount. Cocoa butter is a little bit more brittle, so it kind of breaks up, but that's the amount compared to...
So about a handful of each, and I think this is something you've been doing kind of intuitively.
Yeah, I don't measure.
So it's not like a precise measurement,
No.
but you know,
And if
depending on your
if you
needs.
find it's not moisturizing enough, then you'll add more of the thicker things. And
Got
then a little handful of beeswax, and that will just make it also more creamy and less liquidy. I like my lotion to be like a solid, like a lotion, or I would just make it as an oil. But I used about 2 handfuls of beeswax, and then...
All right, so just to recap, we have 2 cups of the avocado oil, a handful of the cocoa butter, a handful of the kokum butter, and about 2 handfuls of the beeswax pellets so far.
And then if you like it a little thinner, then just use less beeswax, because this is purely for a thickening agent. And then you put your castor oil in. I also do this intuitively. It's really sticky, so you don't want to do too much, but I'm probably going to do about 10 pumps. I could, which would be easier, take the lid off and pour some in, but I wouldn't pour in more than like a 1/4 cup.
It's very like viscousy.
Very and sticky, so you don't want you to get stuck to yourself or on your clothes. And then I use a wooden spoon to stir it. And then if you want to sing to it, sometimes when I'm cooking, I like to like sing to my food. It just makes it into like...
Oh, can we get a song?
A little bit more special. This is my first YouTube video, you guys. Maybe next time I'll give you a
All
song.
right, next time we're going to get the song.
But this is going to take a while to melt, so I'll just tell you, if you want to look at what it looks like so far. Do you want to bring it?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah.
So it's going to take a little while to melt, and I always stir it clockwise. I don't know why, I don't like to just do things counterclockwise. Or I could do it in like an infinity. So it's going to take a little while.
So you're putting the good energy in there when you stir it.
Yeah, and sometimes I even will put like crystals over here if I'm feeling like really inspired. But then once that melts, that will probably take at least 5 minutes or so to melt. So we're not going to make
keeping it on low now.
Yeah,
so we
because
started on medium, right?
Well, we started between medium and low, and then we turned it down to low because we don't want to burn our ingredients, and we don't need to be in a rush. If you brought it to a boil, I would assume that you would change some of the properties of the things that we put in it, and we want to keep all the healing properties.
Got it. So everything low temp.
Yeah, and then once that this is melted, you are going to take it off the heat completely, and then you'll add your sea buckthorn oil. And this oil is beautiful. It's bright orange.
Oh yeah, that's where that color comes from.
Yeah. So this turns our lotion orange. But I will put probably about a tablespoon of sea buckthorn oil in our lotion off the heat. I'll let it cool even more, and then I'll add the lavender's upstairs right now, but then I'll add frankincense and lavender. I'll probably add about 20 drops of each, and then you can have like this really pretty container that I bought on Amazon that my son who's 6 wrote lotion on in a gold pen. Or you can just use like a leftover food container, which this food is actually really good.
We get this from the farmer's market.
Oh my God, it's delicious.
A good chia pudding. We're gonna do a separate video on chia pudding.
Yeah, because I bought stuff to make my own because it was so good. But anyway, you can use any jar that you have, but it should have a lid. And then after it's done, I'll put it in the fridge. It'll be pretty hot, so you don't want to put it next to like butter or cheese or anything that's gonna melt. But I'll put it in the fridge, I would say for about 2 hours, because you'll want to turn it from a liquid into a solid before you use it. And then we store it room temperature to use it. And I use it anytime I get out of the shower. You can put it on your feet before you go to bed. You can add things like magnesium if you want. But this is just how we do it.
Yeah, and so the magnesium that she's talking about is the magnesium spray. It's a magnesium chloride spray that is really stingy, but if you use it with the lotion, you can get the magnesium absorbed right into your skin and not have that stingy flavor. So
or if you put it on your feet, it's less stingy also, instead of your whole body.
Yeah.
And I actually used last time magnesium flakes instead of magnesium oil spray. It's a little bit cheaper, but you have to like soak it in water and use an immersion blender, and that can be another video that we do.
Okay, and just I'm going to give you guys one final recap. So we're going to be able to fill up 2 of these containers. They're 16 ounces each. And in order to fill up both of those containers, we had 2 cups of avocado oil, a handful of kokum butter, a handful of cocoa butter, 2 handfuls of beeswax, 10 pumps of castor oil. Put that on low heat.
And then you stir it periodically so that it will dissolve.
Okay. Once everything is dissolved, let it cool a little bit.
For maybe 5 minutes.
Let it cool for 5 minutes, and then add 1 tablespoon of sea buckthorn, and then add your essential oils. And do you have a particular amount of drops that you would add to this much?
I put about 20 drops of frankincense, and I'll put about 20 drops of lavender. So about 40 drops of whatever oil, essential oil that you like the smell of. That's just what I like for now.
Yeah, and the healing benefits, because I mean with lavender, you have it's antimicrobial, antibacterial.
And it heals tissues, and also
it's tissue healing, yeah.
Prevents like I'm stretching, so I know I'm not prone to stretch marks, thank goodness, but it prevents like that line that you get and darkening of the skin. So it's lightening dark spots also.
And with the frankincense, the boswellia, it's an excellent anti-inflammatory. So if you have any injuries going on, you know, this lotion is really going to be able to help if you just massage it, or just as a preventing injuries from happening, you know, massaging it onto your knees, your shoulders, all of your joints is definitely going to have that healing effect, the anti-inflammation.
Yeah, and we use this lotion for our kids. It's safe for kids. I wouldn't put this lotion with the essential oils on our newborn. There's a few oils that are safe for newborns. Lavender is one of them. I'm not sure about frankincense, but I would definitely make less drops of lavender. If I was going to use it for my newborn, I'd probably put like 15 drops of lavender, and that's it. So when that time comes, I'll just make it for all of us the same. But yeah, it's hard to find a lotion anyway for babies because they keep adding a lot of things to it.
Yep. All right, guys. So I hope you found today's video helpful. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, just please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a beautiful day, and we will see you guys next time.
And let us know if you have any questions in the comment section.
Oh, yeah.